Alright, guys, take two because I was raging a little bit there. Alright, so yes, the Fez is laughing. RSI Galaxy is available to buy, and we're going to break it all down. But before we start, Fez, say hello. Say hello, Fez.
Gamers was raging.
Trying to get rid of the GST off the price so that you guys don't see what the Australian price is, because let's face it, not everybody's living in Australia, right? What's the point of me saying it's like $485 when it's actually $450 and it's only the 85 is because of the GST? So yeah, CIG, put that little option on every page to show prices in different countries. But anyway, let's break it all down. So obviously the RSI is available. Now, it does have a cargo bay, med bay, and a refinery, as well as others. So the others is obviously interesting because it could be anything from NPC or passenger transfer, a cartography deck for exploration. You actually had a really good suggestion before. You said it might actually be, what was it that you said?
A dropship module for carrying troops.
Yeah, which is still, I suppose, passenger transfer to a certain point, I suppose, a branch of it. Yeah, it might be like hacking gameplay or something like that. But yeah, we're not sure what those others are at the moment. But yeah, it's definitely interesting. It just says manufacturers and other models coming at a later date. So, apart from that, let's keep going. So obviously the cargo bay, the med bay, and the refinery we've all seen. I will say with the cargo bay, it has a massive 512 SCU of storage. It has an industrial lift that get cargo or vehicles easily on or off board. And it also has tractor cranes, so effortlessly shift and move cargo of any size. Now, it does also have this direct access to the hangar. So I'm wondering, like, I know in the med bay it has the lift, right? The life lift. Does the cargo bay also have the lift? Or are we going to have to bring it through the hangar? That is something I definitely want to know about. But apart from that, obviously the refinery, you have the console over there. You have the processor 1, you have the processor 2. You have the mineral extractors, and then you obviously have access to the hangar as well. So it's obviously interesting the fact that it's got 2 refinery processors on it. Apart from that, guys, obviously the details, she is 110 meters in length. She is 60 meters wide and 22 meters high. You say it's roughly about half the size of an Idris, did you say?
A little bit under than half the size of an Idris, yeah.
Cool. Crew is 6. Turrets, it's dual 5 size. Sorry, 3 dual 5 size 5s turrets. So I actually thought they were size 4s yesterday in the image because they look kind of small. But it's just the ship's really, really big. But yeah, so you got 6 size 5s that are all going to be running off remote. That is interesting. So that means that the pilot wouldn't necessarily have access to any of them unless they put the AI blades in. Because it says remote dual size 5s in this tree. So yeah, no pilot control guns unless you AI slave them. Missile racks. There's 2 racks, but they carry 4 size 2 missiles. It has a size extra small hangar, and the big thing is it has a size 3 shield. That size 3 shield is pretty small, guys. I would like that to be a size 4, considering if we go to the constellation and we come up here, Radar's shield gens here is a size 3 as well, and she is roughly 61 meters in length. So she's just under half the size, and she has the same sort of size shield. I know it's not supposed to be a gunboat, but if you compare it to the Hammerhead, for example, the Hammerhead has size 2. It has 2 size 3 shields. So yeah, I don't know. It's yeah. Um, Apart from that, obviously there are plenty of offers. Galaxy, you get the $415 US, which gives you the Galaxy Freight. Galaxy Hospital is $430. Galaxy Refinery is $425. Now, obviously, that is the ship and the freight, or ship and hospital, ship and refinery. You then also do have the IAE versions and stuff like that. Obviously, those previous ones are War Bond. These ones are obviously in-store credits. So it goes from $415 to $450 if you buy it with credits. You can buy the complete pack, which contains the ships, all the modules, and the paint for $530. You can buy the complete pack for $530 War Bond. No idea what's the difference. Oh, maybe it doesn't have the skin. Don't know why you'd buy that then. And then you can buy the complete pack without War Bond for $570. We do have the protector paint. So just the standalone ship is $350 War Bond without the skin, which I don't know why you'd buy. Or the $380 with War Bond with just the ship itself without any modules. And of course the modules are $70, $90, and $80 reflective. Meaning, yeah, obviously in that order. And you do have a upgrade as well. Alright, Fez, what are your thoughts on the Galaxy? Obviously you said you brought one, I think you said.
No, I did.
Yep. I presume Hitman and probably and John are probably going to buy one too. I'm definitely buying one. It's better price than I thought it was going to be. Don't you think?
Actually, it's roughly around the same price as a Carrack when it first came out.
Is it?
Yeah, pretty much, because when the Carrack first came out, though, wasn't it around $350?
Carrack. Let's have a look. Original price $350. Yeah.
Yeah, so given the time, this will probably be bumped up to 600, 700 hours.
Yeah. Look, at the end of the day, the only issue I have is that size 3 shield. I don't know if that's going to be enough, considering the size of the ship. And considering it's got size 5 guns, look, I know they don't want to make a gunship out of it, but still, it has to have. I don't know. Like, do you think 2 size 3s would be overkill? Maybe that's why they didn't do the 2 size 3s. Like, it's only 5 meters smaller than that. It's only 5 meters smaller than the Hammerhead.
In the future, armor is going to play a huge role too. So
yeah, it does look like it's got some sort of armor plating or something on it as well. So maybe. But yeah, apart from that, I love the ship. Obviously, like you say, you've brought it. I'm buying it soon. Since I do this video. But yeah, as for Lednap Gaming has put out a video where he basically went through and he broke it down. He says if you've already got something like a Caterpillar, for example, you already have 4 modular compartments already. This is only going to have 1. You're better off keeping the Caterpillar. He says if you've got the Carrack, you're better off keeping the Carrack because it's got 3 modulars and this only has 1. He says, but and if you've got a refinery ship like the Odyssey, the Expanse, then you may as well keep the Expanse because it's cheaper and it does the same thing as this. But he said, but if you don't, if you want a ship that's general, that does like multiple roles, then obviously this is the way to go. And he does have an interesting point. Like obviously your modularity on the Caterpillar, as far as we know, it is going to have 4 modules, and you will be able to change out those modulars. But at the end of the day, that said, like I said, if you wanted refinery, a cargo runner, and a medical ship, and you don't have a Carrack, an Odyssey, Expanse, and a Caterpillar, then obviously the ship is great because you can just switch modules out and stuff like that. Either way, I'm still buying it. I just love the ship because it looks like a badass ship. It's a gunship. Well, not so much a gunship, but yeah, badass ship. All right. Apart from that, is there anything else that we sort of need to talk about regarding this thing, or is that basically it? What do you think of the extra small hangar?
It could be useful.
I can see this working with the Pisces, with the medical Pisces variant, if you've got like the gameplay.
Yeah, that's. I think that was the whole idea.
Yeah, when they sold the Pisces, they really did sort of push it towards the Carrack, but I said in that video that when we were talking about it, I said it's more likely going to be the Galaxy. But right, so just quickly, one thing too I've also thought of. Cargo capacity. It does jump up to 512, I think it was, with the cargo.
With the cargo module, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, 512 SCU. If you don't mind me asking, Fizz, and you don't have to disclose, which variant did you buy?
I bought the complete pack for all three.
All right, gotcha. Yep. I was gonna, to be honest, look, I've already got the whole C. I don't know if I need another cargo runner. I was actually thinking about getting the refinery edition. And then maybe buying the cargo module separate later down the track.
Maybe.
I'm not really interested in hospital gameplay, but I was thinking refinery, and then we might be able to use it for exploration.
True.
I wonder what the fuel tanks on it are like. Obviously, this sort of stuff is, to be announced, but yeah. All right. Anything else that we need to add? You were going to say something before I paused for a sec.
Yes, I bought a coffee mug.
Okay, cool. Fez has a coffee mug, guys. Yeah, look.
It's a really nice coffee mug, right?
It's a really nice coffee mug. I would see that them probably bringing an exploration module at a later date. Do keep in mind, something I was going to ask too. If you go through and you buy it with the ship and the module, you can't melt the module later and then keep the ship, do you? You have to go through and repurchase the ship.
Melt the whole pack, yeah.
Yep. So do keep that in mind, guys. If you do go through, it might be worthwhile buying just the ship for $350 and then buying the module separate.
Well, if you do it separately, it's actually going to cost you more.
It will cost you more, but you do also have that option of going through and melting just the module, and yeah, which is what I was thinking. So $350 plus $70 is say $420. It's an extra $5. It's an extra $5.
For some people, that's a lot.
Well, it's an extra $5 for the choice to possibly go through and melt your module and re-add another module without melting your whole ship, which, by the way, is probably going to jump up in price. So this is something that Fez mentioned earlier, was that it is roughly the same price as the original price for the Carrack, which is $350. The Carrack is now worth $600. So at the end of the day, you guys, it will go up in price, yes. Do keep that in mind if you're going to be like swapping out modules and stuff like that. Because if you can buy it for $350 and it's worth $600, and then you melt it and rebuy it with a different module, you're going to be paying the higher price as well. And it's going to be a lot more than just you saving or losing $5. Alright, so apart from that, is there anything else regarding the Galaxy that we need to talk about before we sort of wrap up? What do you think about the weapons? Seems pretty good to me.
Yeah, I do like weapons.
Yeah. It's not a lot of missiles. It's got some missiles, but not a lot. Hangar is extra small. It's not too bad. So like I say, we weren't expecting it to be like a large hangar or anything. So yeah.
I was expecting it to have a like an extra large hangar so I could fit the Idris in it, but no.
Exactly.
Sometimes you just can't meet expectations, right?
But apart from that, guys, let us know what your thoughts are in that comment section below. Obviously, at the end of the day, guys, I love the Galaxy. I really, really do. I'm actually leaning towards buying the protector and the module separate. But let us know what your thoughts are in that comment section. If this video has been helpful, please smack that like button. If you're new to the channel, welcome and subscribe. Apart from that, guys, Fez's details are obviously in the video description below. Please go and give him a follow on YouTube or on Twitch. And apart from that, guys, obviously we'll see you in the verse. You want to say bye, Fez?
Not really.
Okay. Fez does want to say bye, everybody. Have a great night. Enjoy.